ELDA presents Voices of Resilience, stories that survived the silence. War couldn't stop these voices. Hosted by Mohammed Saifuddin Hamza.
Welcome everyone into this podcast, which is Voices of Resilience. This podcast is provided to you by ELDA, English Language Development Association for Sudan. The podcast is about teachers in conflict. It tells the story of teachers who went through war and got out of there not just alive but and more resilient. So, my name is Muhammad Saifuddin Hamza, and I'm going to be your host. Also, we have a very interesting guest for our first episode of Voices of Resilience, and I'm very sure that you are going to find him very interesting and inspiring person. A huge shout out for our voice engineer behind the scene who makes us sound crystal clear. This is Ismail Ahmed. A huge shout out to Elda, whose this broadcast is brought to you by. Okay, first of all, I'm going to let my guest briefly introduces himself before we go deeper. While
Thank you, Muhammad. Really appreciate everything you are doing in ELDA, and it's a very good and great opportunity to be here. First of all, my name is Wael Hassan. I graduated from Faculty of Arts English Department of Durman Islamic University. I did my MR degree, or I'm studying MR degree in Faculty of Arts at Khartoum University. Really, I have a great opportunity. Actually, really, I am so happy to be here for the first time, and I don't have a great story, but I try to speak about my journey in this life. In briefly, I after graduation, I did my practice teaching when I'm in the last year at university, 2017, and did at the Starford Training Center and going deeply in the field of teaching, but the main field I'm working now is the translation.
okay, I am very sure that everyone is going to judge you, that you're going to have a very interesting discussion. We're going to have it with you, and people are going to know lots of things about you. But firstly, let me start with my questions. These are the questions for you. So, Wael Hassan, okay, can you paint us a picture of what Khartoum like during the war? So, when the first gunshot is heard, how you felt, and what was it like for you before and just when you heard that gunshot? Did you thought it's going to be the same? How are your feelings? And just tell me, what do you think when you were hearing the news and things changed? Absolutely, they changed.
Actually, we think at this time the war it something like a dreams. We saw a lot of battlefield. We saw a lot of people who taking guns and bombings and clashing. All these things in our heads because I'm near to the military college at Karari. This is something very, very, very. I can't say. I don't find any word exactly in my dictionary. It can describe this moments. The first days it was very, very, very difficult. We sleeping under beds and no services from time to time, and let's say we can all the streets are so empty, no cars, and everybody they are worried about what's going on, and the major ideas in our minds. This is not continue for just 1 week or more, but say we can for this have been continuous for 2 years, and it's something very strange to us, and we don't find this before. We heard about the war, but we can say what I can say. I test the war, and I can describe the Khartoum now. It's like dead body. Khartoum
Like
now is
dead
dead body.
body. Okay. Can you tell me what was the smell, the taste, and the feelings that you had? So, did you smell some kind of gunpowder? And what about the sounds? You said that sometimes you told me that you couldn't sleep and you get up very scared because the sounds, and you are very close to a very important military base. So you told me that it was very hectic times. So what kind of smells, sights, and scenes that popped in your mind when you hear about the old days or the early days of war?
Actually, we don't hear smell, but from time to time we don't smell, but from time to time we hear the smell of the powder, of the gunpowder. But we hear a lot of voices from
Yeah.
clashes, from the middle and big guns.
Mm.
We hear the major things that we are worried about, the shooting guns from the pistols, and a lot of things. I really, it's very difficult to speak about, but the big the big voices, and we can say the airplanes, the shootings in our areas in the first or when for the first week. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult to hear about
It's very
the.
difficult.
Yes, very difficult to hear about.
So yeah, when did you decide to continue your teaching and your translation? So at the first, I think that you stopped, of course, with the beginning of the war. But when did you feel like it's time to continue?
I think we decided after 6 months.
Mm.
I decided to start because I think no way, because no any source of money, no food, no thing. If I do not work, that means we become hungry. I know the Sudanese hospitalities, and I know the warm and feelings inside our hearts as a society, but
Yeah.
this is difficult time. You not can ask everyone to give you money or help you for all the time. To this reason, I decided to start work again, because um, I think this is one of the critical moment in my life to start business or to start translation. The good things this at this time, the stability of internet and stability of not the stability, but as
Yes,
usual we
I will,
can
I will ask
stability.
you. I will ask you about this. Yeah, yeah. Well, everyone, if you think so far that Wael Hassan is very interesting person, he's a translator, a teacher, and a master student. Yeah, in University of Khartoum. Let me tell you one more thing. Actually, Wael is a visually impaired teacher, so that is additional challenge. That is, of course, an additional challenge that you have, and of course, this is our viewers or our listeners will find shocking. But personally, I think that you have. I want to ask you about some challenges that you have faced um, that is related to your visual impairment before and when the war started. When the war started, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Really, it's something very normal to be visual impairment in the world, but in Sudan it's very difficult because a culture in Sudan is not deal with the blind visual impairment, and they do not accept their needs or their dreams all the time. But we are fighting. And generally, yes, it's very normal life. I'm working to working and walking to my school and universities normally without any problems. But after the war, my mobility and walking is become so limited for some reasons. For example, limitation of needs, no need to get out of my homes, and no any financial support to get out from my home, because because need transportation. As you know, in the first days of the war, the cost of traveling become trouble, or more than normal life, and everybody would like to kick out from the battlefield, or the hell,
Yeah.
we can say. But to this reason, we decided to stay here because we think in our area is so stable. But just we are suffering from this war for 2 or 3 months, but we take stability for a while. But when rapid support forces shooting us from Bahri, this
Mm.
becomes a little suffering, and we know way on the time, and we know, you can say, now I have a great experience in the
Mm.
sounds of the guns. I
Yeah.
can I
Mm.
can I can I
You can
can
tell.
uh, I can tell us what's type of the guns that you are taking on.
Yes, yes, I do remember that. I was having a chat with Wael, and we heard a very big sound, and I got scared. He told me, no, no, this sound comes from our side, and this sound is. And he told me actually the type of weapon that is being used. I found it actually to be very. I said, how you guys live with this? And he said that this is normal. This is not scary yet. So imagine. So, and we are still in the safe side, he said. So that is why I really believe that it is really the voices of resilience that we are telling. Okay, so you told me that you had a problem, or generally in Sudan, people with visual impairments are protected. They protect us, and they think that, oh, we cannot achieve great things, and the people are very kind, and they just want us to live uh, isolated and protected, which is not the view of everyone, but this is how the general public views people with visual impairments. Okay, you told me also that there are some challenges that is already before the war for visual impaired people, like limited movement, and this is absolutely become even more when the war started. So yeah, so you
Just
decided
to,
to. Okay, so you
yes,
decided. Okay, you
yeah,
can say. Okay, I'm so excited. That's why I'm interrupting you.
okay, okay, going on.
Yeah, I was going to say at that time you decided that, okay, I'm going to start online. Tell me about your early start. What have you done? Is it teaching or translation? What, if you can remember the students you taught, how they react and how you felt in the new environment, new online environment. I know that you had an experience teaching online before the war, but it's not, it's part time, right? It's not full time.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay. The first start of my business or on gone online, it was in the June 2024. Um, yeah, June 24. Yes, June 2024. Yes, we start to this business. Or I'm not. Yes, it was a big challenge, because it was a translation. It was a translation. No, it's yes, 2024. Yes, June 2024. It was a translation from, or proofreading exactly. It was a limited time, and it was through my LinkedIn account. It was my
Mm.
through LinkedIn account. It was very useful. But the main point that or the major point in teaching online start in Riyadh. It was in July 2024. Or because someone gave me contact for Mr. Harar Arbab. He told me I would like to make agreement with you, or contract with you, to be a part-timer with us and start. And this was very wonderful. Through these days, um, I decided um, to start the course, and it was a free course, and write a note about it in my LinkedIn account.
And by the way, also Wael is a very um, enthusiastic LinkedIn profile optimization specialist. Uh, he was spending lots of time with me so I can make my LinkedIn account shine, as he says. And we have done a great job, really. So, yeah, I think LinkedIn has become the new way of showing recruiters who you are, of showing the people your what you can do instead of the physical limited movement. You have found a way so you can meet people, get jobs, and yeah, this is actually something that we need to talk about. People, all everyone who is listening to us should have a LinkedIn profile that is ready and strong. And by the way, if you just happen to don't know what to do and where to start, I can also get you in touch with Wael, and I'm sure he's a very um, selfless person, and I'm very sure that he will help you to get your LinkedIn or to make your LinkedIn shine. Yeah. So yeah,
Thank you.
you
Thank you, Muhammad. I would like just to say it's an important point. The same knife or the same pistol with rapid support forces that it can kill you and get store your money. The same pistol with Sudanese armies can protect you and protect your money. You decided the same, or can say by another way, the cup that it's the cup that it's help you to drink wine. The same cup is help you to drink a milk. You decided
this is
this is the
amazing.
cup. This is the cup, and what's your decision? This is the pistol. Are you with rapid support forces or Sudanese army?
Yeah.
We can
Okay. Yeah.
say we can say this the cup is situation, and the wine is wine or milk is your decision. What do you want?
Okay. Was there any point where you thought of stopping?
Yes. My big problem, exactly, not shooting guns, not fire, but the stability of internet and electricity.
Mm. Yeah.
From time to time, I decided to kick out from the hell to any country to get the opportunity to get the stability of internet and electricity, because I think if I find a stable electricity or stable internet, I may did great job. But the limitation of resources, it's may stuck you in your own place.
Okay, so what is the role of language? Teaching it, translating it, how does this help you to withstand or to live your life? Do you think your job helped you to forget about the terrible things, the war and stuff like this? Or it was a duty that you have to do in order to like get by?
No, um, I think translation, exactly the consecutive interpretation. When I
Mm,
put my AirPod and try to train myself, I forget. Let's say,
yes.
when I got for um, the academic, the highly the academic for Swiss Army, uh,
Mm,
when I enter the booth, I feel, I isolated from the world.
mm.
Really, when I enter the booth or put my AirPod to start interpretation, exactly. I love interpretation. I actually it's like, my own zone. It's my safe areas. I can stay without any kind of headaches, the kind of anything. It can protect my internal peace.
Okay. Can you tell us about a moment that broke your heart and a moment that gave you an unexpected strength?
Um, it's one of the hardest moments and the greatest at the same time. When I'm teaching private group after the start of war, this I think is in the evening, and it's not expected to us the shooting from rapid support forces. The shootings is from inside, I think, Umbadda, or yes, it's from Umbadda. They are shooting us, and in the roof of
Mm,
of the house. um, mm, uh, and hearing the guns and fire uh, down on the land, and a lot of things. But and the people and the students is scared. Oh, Mr. Weil, what's happening? I said, oh, normal, shooting from rapid support forces. I do not like
Uh,
to send them negative, because if I try to send any negative energy, the mood is very important to help the students. If you send them, and all of them, they are so nice. Most of them are so nice,
I
or
know.
all of them are so nice. And it's great things to share your life of the war with your students. It's very difficult. It's very funny. It's so funny to hear to say that. But at the
Uh,
same time, but I think I think wars changed me, or changed my ideas about, you must try to the last minute of your life.
you must try to the last minute of your life. Well, I remember that you told me about this, but now I'm hearing it like I'm hearing it from for the first time. Okay, you said that students were hearing you or were listening to the sound, and you don't want them to be scared. But I think you yourself were scared. It's something that when you show courage in the face of fear, when you try to appear like you're strong. I remember that this is what parents doing for their children. They try to show that they are super human. Yes. So yeah, actually, I have lots of things to say, but I'm very sure that it will take us lots of time. And I know that you have no problem. And our amazing voice engineer, Mr. Ismail Ahmed, also is very passionate, and I know that he's listening to us right now. So yeah, so let's move on to the next question. This question is related to your students. Okay, how did your students, your friends, or even strangers respond to your teaching and when you said that, for example, let's talk about family here. For example, when you said that you're going to continue, when you are doing the work that you're doing, how your students and even strangers, family, how they respond? Have they encouraged you, or they told you to? We're living during the war, and there is no need for us to be working. So yeah, tell us about that, please.
Okay, my family support me, um, and try to isolate myself on my community, exactly, the students, about what's going on in Omdurman, and everything. I said to them, everything is good, and now everything is good. Now I have a stability of electricity. Now I'll call you in my phone, and sit in my comfortable um, seat,
Yeah.
and have now I would like to have all of our audience to drink wonderful coffee with us,
Yeah.
and joining now. It's very wonderful. It's very wonderful thing to say in Durman. Durman is of the it's a capital of resilience.
Capital of, I like that. I like what you just said about Umdurman being the capital of resilience. It always was and always will be. Yeah. So I think you've got lots of support, and I know that you're also supporting other people. So you are very active in terms of social media. You have a very strong presence, other than your LinkedIn account, and you have founded a group for Sudanese blind translators. It's called SD, Blind Translators Forum. So if you're listening to us and you have above BA degree, you are very free to join us there. And I know that you are actively engaging and checking on the people who are in the same situation. And yeah, all of these initiatives that you are doing, tell us a little bit about it if possible. Yeah.
Okay, SD Blind Translator Forum. This is initiative started before the war, and they started to establish this after 1 year after the war, or 8 months, because I think in this time we need to get the money. And as I said before, no, if you help me, for 1, 3, 4 times, you cannot help me forever, because I think the people in our friends and our relatives in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East, or exactly in the Gulf, they have a lot of responsibility. We should take a little bit of responsibility to from them. And I think this to this reason I decided to help the blind and visually impairment translators and who study language to get the jobs and enhance their ability to get jobs. And we talk about a lot of things: teachings, Arabic for native speakers, translation, cat tools, and translation methods. All of this we discuss about this, but we are adding important things: accessibility, and how the blind and visual impairment can deal with the software of teaching, software of translation, and how they get jobs, and difficulties, as you know, of payment in Sudan. As you know, we have
Yeah.
sanctions of from
That's
United
what I
States.
wanted to say. I want to say that people don't know that people with visual impairments can be teachers and translations, and there are many softwares that can help them translate and teach. And I know that I have certainly known lots of people, lots of
I would
interesting
like to
and
say,
accomplished
Muhammad,
people.
important point. I'm sorry for the interruption, but I would like to big shout out for Mr. Abdullah Ashraf. He's Egyptian translator, and he worked with Dr. Iman about how to enhance the accessibility of SL Trados. Now using Trados 2024 without any problem, and we talk about Trados for a long, long time. But after this is process a long process, and we talk about this. Finally, SL Trados now is accessible with us, and we can translate, localize it, and make MMTP and all the we can say 98.9 from the translation market is available from blind and visual impairment translators.
For the people who don't know what Tratus is, can you just explain what it is?
Taurus is a software. It's one of the car tools. It can help you translate and make your own glossaries, translation memories, and manage translation projects um, um, independently. And you, one of the greatest things for me as a blind, exactly, and headaches for me is the formatting documents. I'm not responsible about any formatting documents. It's this and I can import the format, the same format, or the extraction translated will be the same format. This is one of the important things, and I can customize the glossaries and import the word that I need, and I can use in AI services like ChatGPT and other software dictionaries, and I can add it to Taurus. Taurus is very huge, very huge software, and we can discuss about it in details in the next time.
Yeah, in the next time, of course, because we don't have much time left. Yeah, I want also to say that there is an application that's called Be My Eyes. It's very important to help people with visual impairments to navigate their surrounding, to get help, and it's very big. I'd like if you search about it. This application was not accessible, so we joined in some effort, and I was along with, of course, the person who had the initiative. That's of course Mr. Wael we're having today. We had a campaign, and remember the day when they sent me the email and I told them that your job or your idea was successful, and now Sudan. In the past, you had to use a VPN to enjoy this, but yeah, it's now available without using VPN. So that's also one of the successes or success stories of the SD Translators Forum. Yeah, it's also, by the way, place for teachers and translators. It's just called the SD Translators Forum, but you can find everything, every assistance that you need there. Okay, so yeah, we had lots of things as Mr. Weil said to talk about, and I'm very sure we're going to have Weil on for another episode so we can talk in details for the things that we left untouched. Um, okay, we talked about lots of things, of course, and now I'd like you to talk directly to every teacher that is listening, who might be suffering the same during the same trauma or going through the same thing that you went through. People in Darfur, people in Kurdistan, or people in other places that are impacted, including Khartoum and Al Jazeera. Everyone is actually suffering here in Sudan, but speak to them directly. Tell them about your experience, what they should think, how they should keep up their mentality, and so on.
Actually, I would like to thank you for this. I think it's really a responsibility to say that, but really big shout out for all the person in Darfur, Kurdistan, Jazeera, everybody. I would like to say thank you for everybody. Thank you for every teacher who stand, who thank you for every student stand. Thank you for everyone stand for the people who taken the exams, certificate. The previous one, the previous one, and this is examining happening now. I cannot say everything. I cannot say anything about everything. Actually, I can't say anything, but I would like to say big shout out for all and going up. And I think you did well. For the people who are have a trauma and suffering a lot, give up. And I said, we can say, or I can say, as I said under my a little poem said, I said in the poem, I said, we are a brother, everybody help another. We come to here to light, to find the right, to read the light. Give up, don't let the people or community or situation broke your resilience, broke your dreams. You are doing well, and I know you are suffering, and we are suffering. Let's go, give up and don't say any for the people who don't love us and who do not like us to grow up. Go to hell, and now we are hell, and you all go to hell, and we go to for the paradise.
Of course, this is a very strong message there. Thank you so much for everything that you did with us. Now, looking ahead to the future, what are your projects? What you want to do?
I would like to develop the SD plant as a follow, and it's a very important point we talked about, and we should adding a lot of things in society, changing ideas, and help the Sudanese people to recover their life. We now, as Sudanese person, exactly the person with disability, we need to recover our life because the life afterwards is very, very difficult. And I said, we can together we can find out everything as we want.
Yes, I'm very sure that people are listening to you, and I'm very sure that this is not enough time for us to talk about the things that we need to cover during this podcast. But we're sure to be hosting you another time, and we were very happy that you joined us. Thank you for your valuable time. Thank you for everything that you have done for us. You were listening to the Voices of Resilience by ELDA, English Language Development Association from Sudan. If you're hearing from other parts of the world and other country, please let us know, and please share this with your friends, with every teacher, with everyone who's looking for an inspiration, who's looking for strength to go forward in their life. In this episode, we had a visually impaired yet a very visionary teacher, a translator, and a person who had lots of initiatives like the SD Translators Forum, all of these things that is related to the community. He's deeply embedded in the community, to give and to keep giving during the darkest time of his life. So thank you so much, Mr. Wael. I'm very sure that we have lots of things to say, and if you have time, please come again in the Voices of Resilience. We'd like to hear from you, and Elda would like also to thank you for giving us your valuable time and for giving us your nice coffee also during the episode. Thank you so much, Mr. Wael.
Thank you, Muhammad, and we hope together. I said, let's say I'm so happy to be here and there, and as we have a Sudanese in Sudan, we can say you are my sugar, and you are in sugar. is sugar, and
Mm.
now what's the word?
Yeah.
What's the word?
I know. You can't find the word sometimes. Yeah, to describe what you
Yes,
want.
yes. I know the translation. As you know, one of the things that we are missing the vocabulary because long time we know to practice language because we are in a war. But
I do understand.
I would like to mention important things. Let's don't like don't become sleepy and lazy. Give up
Okay.
and thank you.
I feel like you're talking to me to not become sleepy and lazy. Okay, so yeah. thank you, thank you everyone for listening. A huge shout out again for Ismail Ahmed, our voice engineer who makes us sound very crystal clear. Yeah, here we go again. The vocabulary. Yeah, so thank you so much, and I'm very sure that we will meet in the next episode. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.